Yo, what is up you guys? It's K8 here and welcome back to plugin hunt number 12 I think. So these are the plugins we shall be talking about. 4 of these are from Plugins Alliance, which is kind of easy to install. You just have to log in, make an account, and then you can activate these as your free plugins. So that's pretty easy, and the other 2 are the audio damage ones. So it's a compressor and a distortion plugin. So we have a lot to talk about here, so I don't have too much time because of what week this is, but we shall get through these. So let's close some of these down. So let's start off by talking about these 3 plugins. So they're all, these 2 are kind of filters and this one's an EQ. So for me, they're all kind of in the same kind of use of plugins. So I would use these in very similar circumstances. So this filter is one of my favorite filters. It's really clean, really easy to use. The gain is right here on this side, frequency is on this side. If I'm trying to get to something like a little bit higher than 2K, then I could just use the times 10. So if I'm trying to cut around 5,000, I would just go like 450 or so. And then, you know, it's really easy to just do the math in your head. And I like this because you do a lot more listening with these kind of plugins when they're this simple and you don't really know what frequency you're EQing at a certain point because you're doing a times 10. So you're using your ears more, and I feel like this is a good filter to do this with. And then there's this passive EQ, which I think some of these are blocked out because it's a free version of it, but nonetheless, if you want to have a good passive free EQ, this is the one to go with. And again, we can do some sort of like A/B, and so I can have different settings on some of these and compare it. So it's a really good way to also just A/B something. And we have that also on the clean sweep, which is my favorite of these 3 because I can just quickly use this and get exactly what I'm looking for. So many times I just throw this onto something and, you know, just quickly, you know, adjust it, and that's it. And of course you can undo, redo, have an A/B versions of this, copy paste. You know, if I like what I'm doing here on A, I can copy it to B and then create a different version of it and then just A/B the 2. So it's really, really rad. So I highly suggest these 3. And then there's the BX Solo, which I think I've talked about before. It's pretty much just a stereo with plugin, but it also gives you some cool things like left solo, right solo, mid solo, and side solo. So it's kind of cool to just use those and figure out some things in your mix if you're trying to listen just to the mids or to the sides. So it's good to always have something like this. It's more of a utility type plugin. So that's the last one of the Plugins Alliance. So let's continue on to now some plugins that we can play with. So let's go ahead and get the Fuzz Plus 3. So this is an audio damage plugin, and of course, if you don't know, all the links are down below, like always, for all the plugins I'm showing you. And I think these are all Mac and PC this week, so that's an extra bonus. So we're going to go ahead and just play around with this. This is just a very simple distortion plugin, but it sounds really cool. It shows you a waveform of what you're doing. We have also a filter here and feedback and a little bit of output volume. So there's some settings, but not many. So it's really more of just you use this and see what you can get out of it. I find that this makes things very nice and crisp and sharp, and almost if you have a lot of resonance like here, you can get something to sound very, very exciting, but maybe you have to back it down with a filter after it. It's crazy. Let's just play with this. As you can see, it's kind of more suited for giving that fuzz, kind of more of a guitar feel, but it's really easy to get that kind of fuzziness out of this, and it's so hard to find in other kinds of distortion. So it's always cool to just have a lot of different tools and different types of distortion plugins, just because they all do different things. So I really like this one just because I have more exact uses for this than I do general uses of it. So let's move on to the next audio damage plugin, which is this compressor here called Rough Rider, and this one emulates so many crazy things. Just reading through it, you'll probably get to see it if you download it. So let's activate this and let's play around with it. So it's maybe going to be hard to hear it on this particular lead, so I should maybe choose something else, but we're going to just go ahead and compress. We're going to go ahead and compress with this, and let's listen to that. As you can see, it's kind of easy to get that tight feeling, and it kind of, why I like to compress these sort of kind of leads is to get rid of these bright frequencies by compressing them down. So this is a good example of a type of compressor that you could do that with. If you played around with it for more than a second like I just did here, you could get much better uses and sounds out of it. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you guys this week. I also wanted to just make this video for this day to announce that the next few days on my website there'll be some there won't be any like extreme sales, but I will pick a winner from all the sales that comes up this week, and that winner will win all the products on my site that they haven't already bought in or don't own, and all the other ones that are going to come out for the rest of the year. So I think it's pretty clear. You just buy something or whatever off my site, and then that puts you automatically into the contest, and then I pick a winner after the 30th, so pretty much on December 1st, I think. Then, you just win a bunch of stuff. Also, if you bought my Science Bank, I believe you should have gotten an email from my automated service. I made an update for that, so I've added like 72 presets to that. So I'm not sure if it got to anyone because I don't know. I've checked and tested the email service, but I haven't heard back from anyone with any issues, so I don't know. If you've bought my Science Bank and you've gotten an email from me recently of an update, please let me know. And thanks guys for watching. Sorry to do a whole bunch of news right at the end, but of course all the links are down below, so thanks guys for watching, and of course